Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there was a little girl who lived in a huge castle with her parents, the king and the queen. The little princess loved living in the castle. She had everything she could ever want or need, and every night before bed, the king and the queen would tuck her in and kiss her good night. One night the princess asked her parents, "I have everything I could ever want, but what I really wish for is to have a popcorn maker. I saw the peasants with one when I was out walking with you today, and they were having so much fun eating popcorn." The king and the queen looked at each other and said, "Why not? You can have a popcorn maker." Then they sent a servant out into the village to buy the princess a popcorn maker. When the servant came back with the popcorn maker, the princess was so happy. She gave the servant some money and told him to go buy her some lollies to put inside the popcorn. She took the popcorn maker into her bedroom and made the most delicious popcorn in the whole wide world. The kernels popped and popped until the popcorn maker was completely full. The princess ate and ate until her tummy hurt, and then she started throwing the popcorn all around her room, up in the air and down on the floor. The princess was playing with her popcorn when she heard a knock at her door. She opened the door and saw that it was the king and the queen. "What are you doing, my dear?" asked the queen. The princess said, "I'm playing, but I'm also bored. Can you buy me a lollipop? I want to put lollies on top of my popcorn." The king and the queen looked at each other again and said, "Of course, my dear, anything you wish." Then they sent a servant back into the village to buy the princess a giant bag of lollipops. When the servant came back with the lollipops, the princess gave him some money and told him to go buy some cotton candy. She wanted to put cotton candy on top of her popcorn. The princess took the cotton candy and started putting it on top of her popcorn. She made the most beautiful popcorn in the whole wide world. It was so delicious looking that the king and the queen couldn't resist. They each took a handful of popcorn and ate it. They had never tasted anything so delicious in their entire lives. The princess threw some more popcorn up in the air and down on the floor, and she and her parents played until it was time for the king and the queen to get ready for bed. "Thank you for making the most delicious popcorn in the whole wide world," said the princess. The king and the queen gave her a big hug and said, "We love you very much. Now go to sleep." And so the princess got into her very big bed and went straight to sleep. When she woke up the next morning, she got out of bed and started to get dressed. Just then, the king and the queen walked in. "Good morning, my dear," they said. "How did you sleep?" "Like a log," said the princess. "I slept so well, in fact, that I had a dream." "Oh, what was your dream about?" asked the queen. "Well," said the princess, "in my dream, I was eating the most delicious popcorn in the whole wide world. It had lollies and cotton candy on top, and you were there eating it with me." The king and the queen looked at each other and smiled. They knew that the only reason the princess had such a wonderful dream was because they had given her the gift of a popcorn maker, lollipops and cotton candy. Every night after that, the princess had wonderful dreams about popcorn, lollipops and cotton candy. And every morning when she woke up, she would tell her dream to her parents, the king and the queen. And every time the king and the queen would smile and say how happy they were that the princess was so happy. The end.